When it comes to General Hospital, every fan has their own opinion, and so Pup is no different. For 5 days we sat and watched the good, the bad, and everything in between, and now we offer you a handy review, and a cheeky critique, of the GH week that was. General Hospital, a Critics Week in Review. Peters, Wes Ramsey, back, though not in the flesh, though, we may have just been given a hint as to how even that's possible. Hello, not so secret underground laboratory in which cryogenically frozen villains were thought out and brought back to life. With that gripe out of the way, we do have to admit that the sight of a bloodied, dead-eyed Peter advancing on Elizabeth, Rebecca Herbst, was thrilling, and very well done. Now back to more griping. Why, oh why did Finn, Michael Easton, have to wait to inject Chase, Josh Swickard, with what we all know to be the concoction that would save him? As Gregory Harrison, so rightfully pointed out, they'd been damned if they did, and damned if they didn't. Why not bring Chase into the conversation? Why not let him decide whether he wanted to take the shot before or after the DNA test results came in? Side note, it was nice to hear that Finn actually did have a second DNA test run on him and Chase, and it was intriguing to hear how far Cyrus's influence reached, but shouldn't that have been a plot point that discussed prior to the moment that it was? Why, oh why did we have to say goodbye to Cyrus, Jeff Kober? We were so sure they were setting up a medical emergency which would have served to prolong his confinement to GH, but, alas, we were wrong. At least he went off on a real high. Those scenes opposite Jeannie Francis's Laura were superb, as was his innuendo-laden exchange with Finn and Jackie, Kim Delaney. Why, oh why didn't Laura let Jordan, Brianna Nicole Henry, resign? She's the worst thing to ever happen to the PCPD, and that includes the time that it was being run by Burt Ramsey aka Mr. Big. And what, exactly, is the deal with Dr. Austin what's name, Roger Howarth? He's uber interested in the last names Corinthus and Quartermain. He owns the house that Maxie, Kirsten Storms, was imprisoned in, and he's just plain weird. Let's get some backstory here folks. Further GH musing. Did Anna, Finola Hughes, really make the claim that people just don't come back from the dead? She and Robert, Tristan Rogers, are literally living proof that such things are possible. And then there's Robin, Kimberly McCulloch, who practiced what could only be described as high-tech necromancy to bring back the likes of Helena, Constance Towers, and Stavros, Robert Calker Kelly. Anyone else disappointed to hear that there hasn't been much progress on the Liesl, Kathleen Gotti/Scotty, Kinschreiner, front? This soap really doesn't know when it has a good thing, does it? Probably explains why there's been so little interaction between Jason, Steve Burton, and Britt, Kelly Thibault. Now that she's made the rounds, will Nina, Cynthia Watrous, be heading back to Nixon Falls, or should we be preparing for Mike, Maurice Bennard, coming to her, and finally, being spotted by a family member? Boy, the Novak family sure hasn't changed, huh? They're just as evil and power mad as they were back in their Ryan's Hope days. R.I.P. Mary Ryan. While the scenes between her and Valentine, James Patrick Stewart, were cute, how could Brooklyn, Amanda Seton, have actually sat out Chase's wedding? General Hospital, GH, airs weekdays on ABC. Check your local listings for airtimes. Adblock test, why?